This is my home. This is my kitchen. This is my family. Tilly. Jack. Holly. Megan. And of course, my wife Tana.
You may think you're the busiest person in the world, but over this series, I'm going to prove it's still possible to cook stunning food at home. My rules are simple. Home cooking has to be easy. It's got to be fast. It's got to be delicious. So, if you think you can't cook amazing food at home, think again. These are the only recipes you'll ever need.
Breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Over the years, I've had great fun being rude about vegetarians, but today, I'm joining them. I've put together a fantastic breakfast, lunch and dinner packed with amazing tastes, textures and full-on flavour without a bit of meat in sight. I guarantee my ultimate vegetarian food will have even the most committed carnivore drooling and begging for more.
First up, a real treat of a meat-free breakfast, pear and crunchy granola muffins. For the perfect vegetarian lunch, crispy golden halloumi, courgette and herb cakes.
Halloumi cheese doesn't look that tasty, but once you've got colour on it, it's really delicious.
And my youngest daughter Tilly joins me in the kitchen to make a scrummy 3-course veggie dinner.
That's my guilty pleasure.
Is it really?
Courgette, ricotta and mint top bruschetta. Roasted beetroot and thyme risotto. And for pud, white chocolate and lime mousse with crushed raspberries.
Wow, that looks really cool.
These are my ultimate vegetarian recipes, breakfast, lunch and dinner. First, the perfect morning treat for vegetarians and carnivores alike, pear and crunchy granola muffins.
Something quite nice when you walk into friends or family's house and you smell a muffin being baked. The flour and the baking powder in, a nice touch of cinnamon. Cinnamon muffins goes brilliantly. Pinch of salt, that's really important for the sort of overall flavour. You don't want the muffin to be too sweet. Muscovado sugar, that's a refined brown sugar, really rich and somewhat spicy. It goes brilliantly inside the muffin. And then my crispy granola. Now we're going to put half of this in now and save the other half to sprinkle on top of the muffin. Give that a really good mix. In the centre, I'm going to have some fresh pear. Top and tail of the pears, really important to peel. Nothing worse when you're trying to enjoy that muffin and you're negotiating with a big slither of skin of pear. Slice them round, the core, 4 sides, and slice them nice and thinly.
Generally, muffins contain around half the fat and sugar of cupcakes. Once the dry ingredients are mixed together, you add in the wet.
2 whole eggs. Nice. Milk in.
Followed by gently melted butter.
Give that a good mix. Add that to your mixture. Just start folding. Always do it by hand. Muffins are delicate, dainty little beasts. Don't overwork your muffin mixture. You want that mixture to become nice and relaxed. Now, the mix looks nice and creamy. Your tray and your little cups, and spoon in that mixture. 2/3 full. 1 nice generous spoon. And you can tell the mix is right because you've got that even distribution of the pear running from the top to the bottom. Just gently tap your tray, both ends. That gets the mix all the way down so they cook nice and evenly. Take your granola, now sprinkle that on top. And so you've got this dual texture, the spicy pear and this nice crunchy topping. It makes the muffin taste and feel a little bit more luxurious. Now, into the oven at 180 for 25 minutes. Beauties. They smell delicious. You've got that nice, crispy top. Just get them out and let them cool down. And I don't have any problems turning vegetarian once or twice a week when I'm having muffins like that. Nice. They smell amazing.
A vegetarian breakfast to put hairs on your chest. Pear and crunchy granola muffins.
That is a vegetarian's delight. Beautiful. Coming up, I'll be showing you a stunning vegetarian lunch and dinner. But first, here's a more in-depth look at the key ingredients you'll need for them.
First for dinner, I'm using risotto rice. Risotto is a flagship classic in Italian cuisine, but it's widely believed that the Spaniards introduced it to northern Italy back in the Middle Ages. There are three main types: arborio, carnaroli, and violoni. Their ability to absorb liquid and flavour whilst releasing lots of starch is what makes risotto uniquely delicious and unctuous. A tasty, creamy and inexpensive way to satisfy lots of tummies without a morsel of meat in sight. The deep, dramatic red colour of sweet, earthy beetroot makes it difficult to outdo in terms of all-round culinary impact. But early forms of this humble root veg were carrot-shaped and favoured for their medicinal rather than their cooking merits. Today, there is a veritable rainbow of beetroot types, to be enjoyed pickled, in soups, grated into cakes, or even simply roasted, which is how I'll be using mine in my amazing vegetarian main course risotto. Halloumi is a firm, springy, salty cheese with its roots firmly in cypress and grease. The best halloumi is made from sheep's milk, rich in vitamins and essential nutrients. It's thought to promote longevity. Halloumi keeps for many months if stored unopened in the fridge, and its high melting point makes it brilliantly adaptable, perfect for grilling, barbecuing and frying. I'll be championing this texture-lending marvel for my yummy vegetarian lunch dish of halloumi courgette and herb cakes.
As a chef, I'm never sniffy about cooking with vegetables because I know that with a bit of care and attention, they can be turned into something absolutely stunning. For my ultimate vegetarian lunch, I've got a couple of fantastic recipes.
Lightly fried, my delicious halloumi and courgette cakes squeeze every last bit of flavour out of those vegetables. But first, I'm preparing a simple slow roast tomato and watercress salad.
These cherry tomatoes are perfect. If you haven't got cherry tomatoes, vine tomatoes are good, or even just big, normal, plump tomatoes. Lay the tomatoes on the tray. And these go into the oven for about 90 minutes.
If you turn the oven down really low, you can leave them in overnight.
To be honest, the longer you leave them, the better they taste.
Once you've seasoned them with salt, sprinkle over with some sugar.
And the salt and sugar combined speeds up the drying process because you want that nice chewy texture. And then you get these little thyme flowers and just pick off the buds. Garlic, sliced. Then just spread that on. Now the tray looks quite full and compact. For 90 minutes in the oven, you'll see everything shrink down, all the skin's blistering, and the flavour intensifies so nicely. Extra virgin olive oil, that gives a nice earthy flavour to the tomatoes.
Place your tomatoes into an oven preheated to 150 degrees C and cook long and slow for an hour and a half.
Now, halloumi cakes. There's something quite exciting about halloumi cheese. It's a very firm cheese and it fries brilliantly. Peel the carrots. Great. Not too finely, you want that nice texture.
Next, courgette.
The secret is keeping it all grated the same. Put that into a sieve.
A sprinkling of salt will draw out liquid from the vegetables. Then grate the halloumi.
Halloumi cheese doesn't look that tasty, but once you've got colour on it in the pan, it's really delicious. Now, really important to squeeze out the excess water from the veg. And you'll see all that water that needs to come out of there. If we didn't do this, it'll make your little patties non-friable because the whole thing starts to separate. And then mix in with the cheese. Spring onions, chop up the whites and the greens. Now we're going to season that with some delicious fresh mint and fresh coriander. Whenever it's vegetarian, I like to put a combination of herbs in there. Tarragon and parsley, mint and coriander, basil and lemongrass.
All delicious on their own, but in tandem, their flavours play off each other.
Next, 2 eggs in. Give that a little mix. Add the eggs to the mixture. And then finally, a couple of tablespoons of breadcrumbs. The breadcrumbs help dry out any excess moisture. Mix all the ingredients together. Before you start shaping these, taste the mixture. It's really important to identify the seasoning now.
If you wait until you've cooked them, it'll be too late to adjust the seasoning.
Roll them to a large golf ball. Shape them like a little mini burger. You can spice these up with some chili in there. If you haven't got fresh chili flakes. And it's something that can be done up a day in advance.
To get your cakes firm and ready for frying, put them into the fridge uncovered for 25 minutes.
Pan on. Get that nice and hot. Whilst I'm waiting for that, I'll get the dressing ready.
Slice of red chilli, seeds and all, on an angle into shards. Then chop fresh ginger. Season with a sprinkle of sugar and salt. Add some rice wine vinegar. Add a couple of tablespoons of olive oil. To finish off, some chopped coriander.
Got that sweet, sour, spicy flavour.
With my chili dressing done, I can start frying off my halloumi cakes in a hot oiled pan.
We'll get that nice, crisp edge. You can already start to smell that sautéed halloumi with the courgettes and carrots. It smells delicious. Really important to put a nice amount of colour on them.
As my cakes sizzle away, I can finish off my roast tomato salad.
One of my favourite leaves has to be watercress. Just cut off stalks. Shallot rings. Watercress and shallot go brilliantly well together. The shallot looks so dainty when you open up these little ringlets.
Don't forget to turn your cakes.
Now, tomatoes. Whatever you don't use, just jar them and put them in the fridge. Just drop those slow-cooked, warm tomatoes over the watercress. The sweetness is incredible. Absolutely delicious. A little drizzle of aged balsamic vinegar gives that tartness to the watercress. Watercress is naturally peppery, so it doesn't need any pepper. Just a little touch of salt. And then a light sprinkling of extra virgin olive oil.
After 5 minutes on a medium heat, my halloumi cakes are ready.
So important to have taken out of that water. You can see it doesn't disintegrate. And then just get your dressing, take a spoon of it, and then tilt it to the side, because I want the garnish, I don't want the juice. And if that does not turn you on to become a vegetarian for the night, I honestly don't know what will. Delicious.
My crispy golden halloumi courgette and herb cakes with a sumptuous roast tomato and watercress salad, all of the flavour with none of the meat. Coming up, things get heated in the kitchen.
30 seconds? This puny little thing? You can't do that to me!
As Tilly helps me cook a 3-course veggie banquet.
Wow. Like it's snowing.
When I was growing up, my mum was a very, very good cook, so we had some great food. But it was always meat and 2 veg, and the veg definitely played a bit part. But the more attention you pay to cooking vegetables, the more you realise they can easily take centre stage. For all the flavour with none of the flesh, here's my ultimate vegetarian dinner.
First, a hearty starter on bruschetta with ricotta and succulent griddled courgettes. For my main, I'm serving fragrant roasted beetroot and thyme risotto. But I'll be in trouble with the kids if I don't do a put. So I'm enlisting the help of my youngest, Tilly, to rustle up an indulgent chocolate and lime mousse with crushed raspberries.
So if you unwrap the chocolate, start breaking it up in little bits. We're going to make the most amazing white chocolate mousse.
Our first job is to bring half of our cream up to the boil.
So what kind of cream is that in there, Dad?
That is double cream, okay? So that's going to make a really nice, rich chocolate mousse. What's your favourite sort of chocolate? Is it white, milk, dark?
I love white and milk. What's yours?
I absolutely love milk chocolate.
Oh, that's my guilty pleasure.
Is it really? Here we go. Cream in. So that goes in there. Now, you can see what's happening straight away, can't you?
It's melting really quickly.
Melting really quickly, so, okay. Oh, excuse me. At least your jumper's white, so you won't spot it.
Yeah, and I've got a nice little snack for later.
In another bowl, add lime zest, cold cream, and whisk until it forms soft peaks.
The lime cuts the sort of richness of the cream, and that starts to make the chocolate mousse taste a little bit lighter.
It smells really good. The lime gives it a really nice zinginess.
Zinginess, you're absolutely right.
Next, Add to the melted chocolate mixture.
And because I'm whisking, it's just getting lighter and lighter and lighter. Have a little taste. Nice?
Yeah, the lime gives it a really nice taste.
Tilly, I need the rest for the mousse.
I need some for my tummy.
No, come on. Chocolate mousse into the fridge.
Our next job is to separate out 3 egg whites.
This is where I need you at your absolute best, okay? Because to whip those whites is going to be really tough. So we'll take it in turns, 30 seconds each, okay? You go first. 10 seconds gone. Come on, Tilly. 15 seconds gone. 20 seconds gone. Come on, you can do it. 10 seconds to go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And change. Excellent. Hold the bowl. Right.
No. No way! Jesus!
Oh, what? Come on.
It's over, Dad.
Matilda!
That's
you can't walk out with Daddy.
You can't do that to me. 30 seconds, this puny little thing, and you come with this big little machine gun.
Because that's the best way of whipping up egg whites.
But why didn't I do it that way?
You start tipping that sugar in slowly. Good girl.
Still not very happy, you know.
So,
Our contentious whipped egg whites will make our mousse light and airy. And when they've reached soft peaks, we can gently mix in our cooled white chocolate and cream mixture.
once the egg whites hit the cream,
Yeah.
the chocolate sets. The egg whites keep the cream nice and fluffy, and you get this nice light mousse in the bowl. Now, I need you to crush some raspberries, please, with some fresh mint.
You can see all the juice coming out.
Now, take your mousse.
Wow, that looks really cool.
Now, look at that down the bottom there, look. Crushed raspberry. Delicious.
And the mint.
Now, I'm going to set that in the fridge. If you can be so kind to open the door.
Griddled courgette, ricotta and mint bruschetta. For this recipe, you'll need a griddle pan, an essential piece of kit for that char grill look. Cut thick slices of ciabatta bread. Drizzle both sides with olive oil. Season with a little salt and pepper. And griddle each side until toasted. Then slice a couple of courgettes diagonally into 1/2 centimetre thick pieces. Drizzle and coat in olive oil and season with salt and pepper. Sear on a smoking hot griddle pan in batches until all the courgettes are bar marked on both sides. Next, roughly chop mint leaves and combine with creamy ricotta cheese. Spread your toasted ciabatta with dollops of minty ricotta and top with your seared courgette. Super simple and super tasty.
Now we're going to make a delicious beetroot risotto. I want you to get the shallots, just slice them in half, and then just chop them like that, okay?
Okay.
Now, have you ever made a risotto?
No, I haven't actually.
Shallots, please, into the pan for Daddy.
Add a sprinkle of salt and pepper along with a couple of crushed cloves of garlic.
Once you start cooking the risotto, it's really important to have your stock gently boiling away. If we're adding cold stock on top of the rice all the time, it just slows down the process. Generally, you cook a nice, wide, flat pan.
Yeah.
If you cook in a deep pan, all the rice sort of cooks at different temperatures.
What stock is that in there, Dad?
Okay, so that's a vegetable stock.
Yeah, because you can't have different stocks if it's for a vegetarian, can you? You
No,
can't have chicken stock.
I made that mistake once, putting beef stock in a vegetarian soup.
Did you?
No, I didn't. Matilda,
Sure.
I'm positive. I'm joking. Fry off the thyme. How nice does that smell?
It smells delicious.
Rice in.
That's a bit of a different rice.
This is Alboria rice. It's a perfect rice for risotto. Now, it's really important to sear the rice. If we were just to put the stock in without sweating off the rice, it goes all starchy. So keep on stirring for Daddy.
Is this going to make a flambe?
No flambe on the risotto.
To go with our deep red beetroot theme, I'm adding red wine, followed by the first ladle of stock to get things started.
Now we're off.
Wow. It's giving it a cloudy sort of look.
What's happening to the stock?
The stock is reducing down and the rice is sucking it in.
That's right. So the rice is actually getting nice and plump. When a risotto is live, when it's like this now, we can't stop cooking it. We have to cook it all the way. Okay, ready for the next ladle?
I'm ready.
Good girl. Here we go. Ladle in. So we have to make this for literally 20, 25 minutes. And we're nursing it all the way. Beetroots. Peeled them. Rubbed them with a little bit of salt and sugar.
Yeah.
And a little bit of aged basmati vinegar in there. Roasted them. And we'll grate my parmesan. How's that rice doing?
The rice is doing good.
Now, that is exactly where we want to be now, look. Look at that nice, glossy, textured rice. So beetroot, I want you to put 2/3 of the beetroot in there for me, saving 1/3 for the top. Good. Sprinkle the parmesan in there for me, please, all over. Nice.
It's like it's snowing.
Again. And then we're just going to get some nice butter in there. The butter gives the risotto a really nice gloss. Look at that. Beautiful. Let that come down. Let it come down first. All right, get your spoon in there now, Daddy. Beautifully, there you go. Good. Wonderful. Shake it. Risotto should be like lava. It just flows out. And then the rest of the beetroot on top. And then finish. And some extra virgin olive oil on top. I'll pick up the bruschetta. You take that to the table. Okay? Let's go, Danny.
This is my ultimate vegetarian dinner. Delicious courgette ricotta and mint top bruschetta. An unctuous roasted beetroot and thyme risotto. And for put, an indulgent white chocolate and lime mousse with fresh crushed raspberries.
Phoebe, Jack, Meg, Mum.
A delicious non-meat feast that will have vegetarians and carnivores fighting for seconds.
Tonight is vegetarian night. Meg, how is it going?
Really tasty. I love it.
I really liked making the risotto.
And we had fun. So where's Holly?
Disco.
Discos aren't very nice. They hurt your ears.
Geek.
Cheers, everybody. No meat.
Vegetarian.
Vegetarians.
There are loads more great home cooking recipes on my app, Cook With Me. You can find it in the App Store. Good luck. Next time, it's my ultimate comfort food.
If you're going to do it properly.
Dishes packed with love and fond memories.
I'll give you a little taste of that.
It's a bit sour. Thanks for the warning.
Have you?